Who is the woman in the yard? And why is she built like a final boss? Alright, horror fans, let's talk about the real menace in The Woman in the Yard. And no, I'm not talking about your neighborhood Karen showing up unannounced. I mean the actual woman standing in the yard, just staring. No small talk. No, hey, can I borrow some sugar? Just full-on psychological warfare with eye contact. She's played by Okwe Okpokwasili, and unlike your typical horror villain, she doesn't chase, doesn't growl, doesn't even knock, because knocking would be too normal. Instead, she just exists in the most unsettling way possible. And the worst part, she's getting closer. Imagine stepping outside to grab your DoorDash and boom, there she is. Not running, not hiding, just waiting. Do you go back inside? Do you hit her with a, "Can I help you?" Or do you just pretend you didn't see her and hope she follows social distancing rules? Spoiler, she doesn't. Theories about the woman, because somebody needs to explain this immediately. The ghost of bad decisions past, Ramona, played by Danielle Deadweiler, is dealing with a lot. Grief, single motherhood, and now, an unsolicited visitor from the shadow realm. Could this woman be connected to the car accident that took her husband? A lingering spirit, a guilt-driven hallucination, or just karma finally pulling up with receipts? Supernatural creeper energy. Let's be real, there's something not human about her. No blinking, no talking, just standing there like she's buffering in real life. Maybe she's a spirit that feeds on fear. Maybe she's some ancient entity that just decided Ramona's yard was the perfect Airbnb. Either way, she's got no business being there. Ramona's mind playing Uno reverse on her. We've seen it before. Trauma manifests in weird ways. What if the woman is just a projection of Ramona's subconscious? A visual representation of her grief, loneliness, or even a suppressed memory trying to break free. Basically, the worst therapist ever. Harbinger of Doom team. There's something ritualistic about how she appears. No sudden jumps, no unnecessary theatrics, just silent, creeping inevitability. What if she's not here to harm Ramona but to warn her? And if that's the case, why The Woman in the Yard is the ultimate horror nightmare? Look, horror villains are scary, sure, but at least when Jason shows up, you know what's about to go down. The Woman in the Yard? She just stares, and somehow that's way worse. She doesn't care about your personal space. She doesn't care that it's 3 a.m. and you're just trying to sleep. She is unbothered, unhinged, and completely uninterested in explaining herself. And that's terrifying. Final thought, so what do you do if she shows up? Close the blinds. Pretend you didn't see her. Maybe she's like a vampire and needs permission to enter. Throw a rock, not to hurt her, just to see if she reacts. If she catches it, yeah, it's over for you. Call 911. Try explaining to the cops that someone is standing in your yard menacingly and see how fast they hang up. Move. Just pack your bags. New house, new city, new identity. Start over. It's not worth it. Turn off the lights and pretend you're not home. Congratulations. You just turned your house into a haunted escape room. Hope you like solving puzzles under... Walk outside and ask, "Can I help you?" Oh, you're feeling brave now? Yeah, go ahead. See what happens. Best case, she disappears before you reach her. Worst case, she just tilts her head slightly like a possessed mannequin. Either way, you played yourself. Blast music. Turn on something aggressively happy from Deep or Funny. Disney songs. Juice WRLD, Weird Al. Anything that might throw her off. Maybe she only thrives in eerie silence. If she starts dancing to the beat, though, pack your bags, it's over. Get your pet involved. Cats? They're already seeing ghosts 24/7, so if they hiss at her, yeah, it's time to move. Dogs? If they start growling, run. If they wag their tail, congrats, you have a haunted pet now. Comedy or chaos? If she suddenly vanishes? You convince yourself it was just your imagination and pretend it never happened. If she starts walking toward you, slam the door, lock everything, and start Googling how to break a curse. If she doesn't move at all, you start narrating like it's a found footage horror film, because at this point, you're either gonna go viral or disappear mysteriously. Final verdict? Would you survive? Maybe. Would you be traumatized? Absolutely. Would you turn this into a full-length horror short film with an unsettling voiceover? 1000% yes. Now tell me, would you fight or take flight? Because something tells me you'd at least try to record it for content purposes first. If you survived this deep dive into the woman in the yard, congratulations, you're officially built different. But if you want more horror breakdowns, survival guides, and chaotic energy, you already know what to do. Because let's be real, this gave you at least one nightmare. Comment. What's your survival plan if she shows up? Best answer gets spiritually protected. Probably subscribe, because if she ever knocks on your door, you're gonna want a tutorial on how to respawn. And don't forget to hit that notification bell, because if she's watching, you might as well stay ahead of the game.